What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Birds of a Feather podcast, episode 11. We are in the midst of the holiday season here in Nampa and headed home tomorrow for Christmas break. So we wanted to give you guys a little holiday special before we head out because we will not be bringing our podcast stuff with us.
No.
But we've made it. First semester down.
Mm-hmm.
How we feeling? How we feeling about it?
Felt pretty good. I'm happy with my grades. I mean, besides my 1C.
Yeah.
But that was my fault for not doing those quizzes at the beginning of the semester.
Yeah.
Could have had could have had all B's, but I can sell with just 1C, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I felt like, my finals went pretty smooth. I only had to do 3, and 1 was online, and the other 2 I already had pretty high A's in those classes, so I wasn't too stressed out about it. Being a comm major is the move, no doubt.
Just easy.
I mean, you have to do some reading, which at this point, it really just seems optional because you go over what you read in class the next day anyway, which is good. And so I'm just happy to round out first semester with good grades and still be eligible because there's a lot of people I know that aren't.
There's one of our goalies probably is going to be ineligible next semester.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's
It's so annoying. I love him, but he just doesn't go to class, and he's always asking everybody for all the homework and stuff. He's like, just do your work, bro.
Yeah.
And go to class. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it sucks, but still.
Yeah, it's worth it. I feel
Yeah.
like if you want to be able to play, you gotta be able to show up to class. And
Yeah.
do work. Like, I feel like if you just show up, like, you're already passing, probably. Like, you have to be, unless you're like an engineer or nursing or something really hard like that. Like, if you just show up, like, you're probably gonna pass. Like, you have to be trying not to pass. I feel like, unless, shout out to all the engineers and nursing majors out there. We have a couple of them on our cross country team, and dude, it is brutal. They're getting like probably less than 10 hours of sleep combined.
Yeah.
This week, like, it's brutal.
Whenever we're in study hall, they're always grinding on their engineering stuff. It's like, I just feel bad.
Yeah.
It just looks terrible.
Yeah, I just feel like there's other ways to make money without having to go through hell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but if you really like engineering.
Yeah, if you're about it, then you're about it.
Personally, I don't think I could do something like that.
Me neither.
Yeah.
It just doesn't catch my interest as much. Like, I just feel like it's just so, I don't know, it's kind of boring.
I used to be into it. Like, I've been in high school, did all like the AutoCAD stuff. That was fun.
Yeah.
But then, like, after a year, I was like, yeah, all right, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah,
but,
no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel your pain on that one. I was never interested in, like, I don't know, I've never just been like a hands-on guy. I've always just kind of enjoyed.
You got
like,
soft hands, boy.
Yeah. I just like sports. Like, that's just my thing. It's
Yeah.
never been, never been a big like cars guy or anything. It's always been sports my whole life. And speaking of sports, let's get into our first session, talking ball. It's been a little bit. Our last episode was before Thanksgiving break, I think.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone who called in on the live stream,
Yeah,
by
that was
the way.
awesome.
Jason Howard,
Makoa,
Quincy, Mick, everyone that joined in, that listened, we appreciate you. We're going to be doing more stuff like that.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun doing it.
It was awesome. Big shout out to Ian for coming downstairs and hopping on the pod for a little bit, giving us some content. College football season, it's prime time. I mean, we're in the postseason. Bowl mania has started. This is the big topic everyone's talking about. Florida State, man.
They just got screwed over. There's no other side to it. Like, they got screwed over. They earned their spot. Even if they were going to get blown out of the water like later, but they deserve to be in the top 4.
Yeah. So, if you were the committee, who's your 4, 1 through 4?
Oh man. Probably Michigan, Florida, Washington. Fucking stupid.
Undefeated.
Yeah,
Pac-12
whatever,
champs,
bro. Whatever.
last one.
I don't know who'd be number. Texas.
So
honestly,
Texas beat Bama.
Yeah. So pretty much everything's the same. Besides, I would put Florida in there.
Yeah, so you'd go Florida at 2. Or they would just be in.
They'd just be in.
Okay.
I don't think they're good enough to be number 2.
Yeah, I think. It's kind of like your heart says Florida State. Like, they
Mhm.
went undefeated. They did the right things. But I think the committee made the right choice in terms of being, like, because you want to be able to put a quality product out.
Yeah,
You have to think
yeah.
about that as well. Just because last year, like, TCU, yes, they beat Michigan and went to the national championship game. And I don't think that was the wrong choice for them to get in. But they got smoked. And so you don't want, as just an industry, you don't want to be able, like, you don't want to put a game on where everyone's tuned out by halftime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that might have played some sort of consideration in it. But also, in the first year of the college football playoff, Ohio State got in, and they were on their third-string quarterback and won the national championship.
Yeah.
And, beat Alabama and Oregon, which they were big underdogs in both games. So it was interesting. I mean, if I was a committee, I would have probably went with that same 4 teams in that order. But I think it is really hard to beat Florida State. I really wish they could get in. It's unfortunate, especially as an athlete. Like, I would be irate if that was me.
Well, the thing that really pissed me off was, like, Alabama's reaction to making it.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't. It's like they didn't even care. But then, like, you saw the Florida State's reaction. They were, like, pissed.
But also, I think an indicator of Alabama being the better team is Michigan's reaction. Did you see those guys when they saw Alabama get into the 4 spot?
No, I didn't.
Oh, dude. So, they're having their big party and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so, Michigan's the 1 seed, Washington 2, Texas 3. So, Michigan's going to play whoever's the 4th in the 4 spot. And they're waiting, and they're sitting there, and they look at the screen, and they show Alabama. I'm not joking. Half the room just goes,
no.
And you can just see the whole room. Because I know they wanted Florida State playing with the deaf and the blind as their starting quarterback, dude. That's how you know. Like, to me, I was like, yeah, that's when you know. But yeah, dude, I mean, Bama just always finds a way to get in. It's really annoying.
I hate it so
much.
much.
The SEC bias, especially as a West Coast guy, like, I can't stand it, whether it was the Heisman or, the playoff and just, like, the media coverage in general. Like, Alabama is already, like, I understand they're on fire. They've been beating teams. They beat Georgia, who is considered to be the number 1 team. But these guys, I mean, the SEC had a down year in terms of, like, what they usually are, and yet still the glazing is unreal. It's unreal.
Yeah. Speaking of glazing, I've been seeing so many Patrick Mahomes TikToks.
We gotta talk about this.
It's just like,
Did you see that play the other night? I'm assuming you saw it. Kelsey throwing it back to Tony.
Oh yeah.
Offsides, yeah. I mean,
they called it. I mean, the receiver was totally offside.
Yeah, like, I don't understand. He goes, well, like, Mahomes goes, oh, you can't make that call. What do you just don't want him to call it? The guy was 3 feet offside.
Yeah, it was so obvious
with the lineman.
Yeah, he gets all pissed off about it. I'm like, dude,
I know.
Like, tell your receiver to get off the line.
Yeah, and not to mention, if you're the receiver, like, if you're lined up, your job is to check with the ref. I learned this my freshman year. Shout out Coach Sester. Your job is to look at the official and make sure you're lined up.
Or you can just even look down the line and notice that you're above the center.
Yeah, I
like
know.
What,
dude? So awful. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And
I'm happy it happened though. I'm happy you got pissed off. I'm tired of listening. Hearing stuff about Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm ready kind of for the change a little bit, and I think you're starting to see that, especially in the NFL. Like, the teams that have been bad in previous years while we were growing up are starting to kind of make that push. The Texans, the Jaguars, teams with young quarterbacks.
I thought the Jaguars were like 1-11.
No, they're in the playoff hunt. I think they're 8-4.
Somebody's 1-11, isn't there?
Panthers.
Oh, the Panthers. That's what it is. Yeah.
Last thing I'm gonna say about college football. We talked about this a little on the Thanksgiving episode, but Washington Huskies, dude. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. We have to. I'm gonna go into this week.
Okay.
I had to listen for 2 months after we beat you guys in Seattle. Go, oh well, we outplayed them. We had more yards.
Specify who's you guys.
Washington.
Okay.
University of Washington Huskies. Last Pac-12 champs ever. I had to listen to, well, we outscored them. We played better. And then, we played 3 ranked teams in a row after you guys. And go, oh, Washington's barely beating anyone. Penix sucks. Oregon's blowing out these teams that Washington barely beat. Oregon's going to kill you guys. And then we showed up to Vegas, smacked y'all in the first half, Third quarter, ooh, Ducks get back in it. Watch
They
out.
they looked a lot better the third quarter.
I was
They
a little
looked-
nervous.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. And then we laid the house down. We showed you guys how it's done. We shut all you guys up. I don't want to hear about Bo Nix anymore. The dude's 45 years old. He's going straight out of college football into retirement, dude. That's how old this guy is. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm glad we shut up all these entitled, whiny Duck fans. I had all you guys in my DMs all week long. So I'm tired of hearing about it. Have fun playing Liberty in the Fiesta. Enjoy that. Go Dogs, man. That's all I got to say.
Damn, I'm glad you were able to get that out.
Yeah, dude. Jeez Louise.
Wow, so...
Turning the page.
Okay, so...
We got some news from the Nest. We did just wrap up first semester, and for some people, that is just the end of their time here at NNU.
Yeah.
We have multiple
Weird.
kids in our building just moving out.
Yeah, I think it's like three kids are just gone.
Yeah, and I think you said they're from like the baseball team.
Yeah, I think there was a couple kids on the baseball team, and then there's like one other kid. You know, I saw him like pushing a chair out of me. He's like, and I asked like, why are you bringing a whole chair home?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm not coming back. Like,
Yeah.
oh.
We also
All
saw
right.
one guy walking out with the TV.
Yeah, a whole TV.
He's
in the
got to
box.
be leaving. There's no way he's taking the TV
Yeah.
home for Christmas.
Yeah. Unless he's like, I don't even know.
Unless he's an addict, maybe. Like he
I don't
brings the TV back to his house. He's
I
around here.
guess. I mean that.
So this would be my question: is what would it take for you to have to go back home for a semester or find another place to go to school? Like, what would have to go down?
I'd have to be off the lacrosse team.
Yeah, you wouldn't just be here for school.
No. It's there's no point in me being here, if it's just for school. I think.
Yeah.
I think I need to be here for lacrosse too.
Yeah, I would agree. It's a lot of money just to be here for academics.
Yeah.
And you can get a communications degree, pretty much anywhere. And
Yeah.
I love the communication department here, but yeah, I would just say like I'm really here to run cross country. It's the best opportunity for me. So if I wasn't playing sports, I probably wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
No doubt. But yeah, it is interesting. We had the kid after like the first
Or
week
the
of
school
school
got blown up.
Yeah. Well, in that case, don't you automatically graduate?
I think I saw something about that.
Is there
Yeah.
a rule on that? Yeah, school blows up. Might have to test that one out. Just kidding.
Okay.
Just
We
kidding.
actually do like being on sports teams.
Yeah,
that was just a joke.
That was a joke.
That was a joke, guys.
We went for it. But no, yeah, it is interesting just to kind of listen to guys like that. They're just packing it up after 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, it's like, oh, all right.
Can't handle it. I think most of them you said were from Cali too. So I mean,
Yeah, a
it's
couple of
cold
them were
here.
from Cali. Yeah.
Wah,
Big difference.
wah,
Yeah, for real.
yeah.
Wah, wah.
Bummer, man.
I couldn't hack it.
We're gonna transition here. Our next segment here. This is where we really inspire our audience. A lot of life lessons, advice you didn't ask for. I'm gonna let Isaac kick it off first because he's had some life lessons lately that I think
Okay.
he's been wanting to share with you guys.
All right. So, what was it called again? What would the
Advice you didn't
advice? My advice that you didn't ask for is make sure you have an updated version of your insurance and registration in your car.
Why is that?
So I was going to Los Betos with Caleb
Mm-hmm.
to go get to go get a burrito, and I got pulled over.
Oh.
Yeah, and yeah, I didn't have my insurance, so I got that added onto the ticket, and then I had to go. I had to go into the courthouse, get all that jazz figured out, pay my fat freaking bill.
How much?
$300. Yeah.
Dude, okay, I understand you did some things.
But
that's
$300 is
a lot
so
of
much money.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
dude.
that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, I was speeding a little bit, and I made a wrong left-hand turn. Like, when you go to the... People go to the outside lane instead of the inside
Yeah,
lane.
everyone
I
does
went
that.
to the outside lane, and
Yeah.
I was the one who happened to get caught. So, that got it on $300 freaking dollars. It would have been $367 if I didn't get the insurance one taken off, because
Yeah.
I got a picture and then went and they
Right.
took it off. Whatever, still.
It's unfortunate.
$300?
Yeah, that's a chunk of change.
That's 30 burritos.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I don't get those 30 burritos. So yeah. So that's
That's
my
good.
advice. Always have your insurance and registration. Also, be nice to the cop. Really glaze the cop pretty much, because they will. Yeah.
Pause,
Yeah. No. No, because then you will be able to get less of a ticket. I've seen Caleb's done it freaking million times.
Yeah, shout out Caleb. He got away with it.
Pisses me off.
My advice,
let's hear your advice
that you didn't ask for, is just to make connections. I had a guest speaker come in a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and he just works at the credit union across the street from our dorm. But he's the marketing director there. And so he talked about, it's not necessarily what you know, it's who you know. And especially at the college, life, you have a lot of opportunities, whether it's professors or coaches or, just friends of friends that reach out and really allows you to make relationships that can benefit you down the road. And so he actually interacts with a company that does a lot of marketing and communications. And so I was doing some research the other day, and the play-by-play announcer for University of Washington sports used to work at the company that he kind of interacts with. And so I think I'm going to shoot this guy at the credit union. His name is Shelby Lindley. Shout out Shelby. And so I think I'm going to, give him an email and reach out, maybe get a cup of coffee or some lunch or something, and just try and connect with him and see how I can, maybe get an opportunity somewhere to just showcase my talents or an internship or something like that. But I just think it's always beneficial to just put your name out there. The worst they can say is no, or
we hate you and just die.
Yeah, that is another option. But that won't happen very often if you're a good person. So
yeah,
just do the right thing. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. It'll pay off in the long run. And just try not to burn bridges if you don't have to. I feel like it's a very important thing because I think down the road you never know where you're going to be. So make relationships, be social, and network, especially when you're living in a completely different state with no one you really know.
Yep.
So we got to bring this up. We've had an epidemic take over this room, specifically
NBA Jam.
It's gotten intense. We found the cure for boredom in here.
Yeah, finally.
Pull it up, brother. Show them what we got. We've been grinding this thing nonstop all week long. Look at this.
Yeah.
2-player. Got all the buttons, retro. We even have a scoreboard up here.
Yeah, we do.
We'll be keeping track for
until we die.
Forever and ever.
Yeah.
I've gotten out to a quick start, 6-2.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of games to be played for sure.
Yeah.
We play about 3 games a night.
Because anything above 3, your adrenaline really gets pumping.
The heart rate gets way up.
The 2 nights we played more, we did not fall asleep until it was way too late.
So I think the strategy is you got to get the games in like midday. Or else
or you're just gonna be amped up the rest of the night.
It's basically like playing an actual basketball game, honestly, at this point.
I would say it's more fun, but I'm also trash at basketball.
It's also so aggravating because you're either scoring or you're just getting shoved to the ground and the guy's dunking on you every time.
And you think you're blocking somebody's shot, but every time it's freaking goaltending.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I used to play NBA Jam on the Wii, and it was really similar to that. There's a couple differences, but it was so much fun. I loved playing NBA Jam on the Wii, and so to be able to play it again it's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah.
So, good stuff, man. Holiday season. I think you said you're going to Sun River, right?
Yeah, Sun River, the day after we get back.
Very
so
nice.
That'll be fun.
Very nice.
We'll have my mom's birthday dinner. Happy birthday, Mom.
Okay.
And then my grandparents are going too, so that'll be fun. Just hang out, do some things in the snow.
Very cool.
Maybe go snowboarding for our first time. I don't know.
That'd be sick.
We'll see.
Yeah, you never know. What am I going to do over break? I'm going to watch a lot of high school basketball. Little brother's on JV. I personally never played JV, and he claims to be the better athlete, so that's interesting.
That is very interesting.
But I'm excited to see the varsity guys. They have a competitive team. They're going to play in a lot of close games. I think they're 1-2 right now, and I think those losses have come by a combined 3 points, maybe 4 points, something like that. So they're competitive. It's just about putting a full game together and closing teams out. So I'm excited to go work with the guys a little bit and just hang out in the hometown, hang out with my family, my girlfriend, my dog. I miss my dog. I don't think some people really understand the value of a dog. Actually, for cat people, I don't have no idea how you pick cats over dogs. Like I don't even.
I like cats, but I'm not ever gonna pick
Really?
a cat over a dog.
I'm like anti-cat.
Oh really?
Like I don't even like them.
What?
Like I'll be like, okay, cool, you have a cat. Like I don't like them.
I like cats.
I just don't understand. Like, okay, you let them go. You see them like once a week. They're walking around outside. They come back. They scratch you. They bite you. They claw. Like
Well, you gotta get a nice cat. What kind of cats are you hanging out with? Like some
none.
feral cats?
I don't know. Any cat I see around, just like apparently it's on site. So.
Oh, damn.
But
Alright.
my dog.
I didn't know you were
Gus,
like
man,
that.
chocolate lab,
Big ass
old
boy.
fat dog. He does about 3 to 4 things. He sleeps, he eats, he poops, and he snores. And you know, in the winter we have a little. He's not an indoor dog. He stays outside in the elements, but just because he's so dirty and dusty and musty, and he just stinks, man. I feel bad.
No, he does smell terrible.
Because I love this dog. Like I would let him inside every day if we had like a way to let him in where we didn't get his hair all over the place. But we have a mat for him that's like, I don't know, 3 by 2 foot mat, and he's got like rolls hanging. Like he doesn't even fit on this mat, dude. So we'll let him inside sometimes, and he always will just sit right outside the screen door, just waiting for us to let him in. He'll just sit there. So I let him in, and then he just out like a light instantly for like 3 to 4 hours. Then you gotta like wake him up and then go put him in his kennel outside. And, you know, he's kind of lazy, man. He's kind of.
It sounds like it.
But I love him. He's my best friend.
Yeah.
But my dog, and the best part about a dog is like they never complain. You never get in an argument with your dog. You know, you never gonna have problems with them. Just...
Okay, no, I have problems with Smokey every once
really?
in a while. Well, yeah. Well, sometimes he just is annoying. Like, you know, or
Yeah.
sometimes he'll run off and go chase something in the street, and then you gotta yell at him. And
yeah, we don't really live where there's much civilization.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah, it's a little bit different.
speaking of pets, you had a pet goose. What happened to Goose, man?
Viewer discretion advised from this point forward. Yeah. So yeah, we had this goose Marvin. My mom got him for free from a teacher, I think, and it was supposed to be a friend for Smokey.
Mm-hmm.
And Marvin would attack Smokey all the time.
It's messed up.
Yeah, Smokey liked him though, but he just kept getting attacked. But so fast forward for a while, he started crapping all over the patio. His feathers were all over the lawn, and like you couldn't mow him up, so it made the backyard look super ugly. And then, yeah, so one day I think Dad was gone on a fire, and I was mowing the lawn, and I was just getting pissed because none of the feathers were getting sucked up, and it just made the backyard look like crap. So like, Mom, let's kill the duck, because Mom, she wanted to eat it, because I think it's called a Muscovy duck. It's supposed to be really good. So we're like, all right, let's do it. So we're trying to corner it. We get into a box. I grab its neck, and you know, with a chicken, you can wring its neck,
right?
You spin around
like a turkey too.
Yeah, but its neck is like, it's probably as thick as my forearm.
Yeah,
like it's got a thick
this
neck.
Goose was built. Bro.
Yeah, it was big.
The goose in the gym.
It was. So I was flung it around. That thing was not dying. So like, what is wrong with this thing? So I get it on the ground, and I'm just trying to crush its head with my knee.
Can you do that motion for me one more time?
Just trying to get it down and try to break its head or something. And like, this thing, I heard a small crack, so maybe like cracked its skull. Thing wouldn't die, so I grab it. I grab it like this. Its head. This is the ground. Its head's on the ground. So I'm trying to just spin it on the ground, snap its neck. Thing would not go. It would not snap. So I'm like, all right, Mom, hold the damn thing. So I go inside. I get a knife and I just start cutting its head. And I'm like, all right, it's good. It's whatever. And like, I pick it up, take a selfie with my mom. With it, you know, it was a good bonding time. It wasn't dead. It wasn't dead. Okay, so I was like, Mom, hold the damn thing. So I went and grabbed the axe and just chopped its head off. So, and then we're like, do we really want to eat this thing? Do we really want to? No. So we put it in some old dog food bag and threw it in the garbage.
That's so funny, dude. That's
Yeah.
so tragic.
Yeah.
So while you were basically just like terrorizing this goose, was
Torturing
he
it forever.
just like taking it, or was he like trying to fight back?
Yeah, it tried for a little bit, and then once I cut its head,
Then it was
it was just wasn't there. But then like, you know, you could poke poke an animal's eye and see if it's still alive and then reacts or whatever. I was poking its eye and like this thing is still freaking blinking.
That's insane.
So I just,
Yeah, that actually makes me think about one time. Shout out Cody Moore and Hunter Fullerton. Hunter's been on the pod before. Cody, we got to get you on sometime, man.
Definitely.
But I just remember the three of us went turkey hunting at my house, and we had an albino turkey running around, and my dad was like, "Don't shoot it." And sure enough, we're sitting here in the blind, the three of us. We had 2 tags, so we had 2 guns in the blind, and we're like, all right, when the turkeys come in, we're going to go 3, 2, 1, and we're going to shoot. First turkey that comes in, albino one, from like me to the camera. Like I could have like went out and poked it. And we're like, I text my dad, because you can see like with a blind from the house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, can we shoot this thing? And he's like, nope, don't shoot it. And we're like, all right, whatever. And then all of a sudden we get another text, and he's like, all right, you can shoot it. 'Cause it's right there.
Yeah.
And so if I remember right, I'm aiming to the right, Hunter's aiming to the left, I'm focused on another Tom, and Hunter's going to get the albino. And I go, all right, on 1, okay? I go 3, 2, on 2, Hunter shoots. And I'm like, damn it, dude. And so I don't get a shot off. Hunter missed, I think. And then someone gave, I don't remember, I think it was Hunter. One of us ran out of the blind, tried to shoot again while the turkeys were running off, and missed. So then we're like, well, damn, so the turkeys are gone. So we walk around all day. Hunter got one. We finally, like, one came back in. We shot that one. And then we're just walking around. We saw, like, one way up in this tree. I'm talking, like, 50 to 60 feet up in this tree. And we're like,
no way you try to shoot.
Let's give it a shot. So we give Cody. Cody is, like, the most outdoorsman guy.
You're good. Give it to Cody.
Points this thing straight up. We're like, this isn't going to end well. Boom! All of a sudden, bird drops all the way down, and it like wasn't even worth killing it, dude. It was like,
was it just a little one?
It wasn't tiny, but it was like a juvenile.
Oh yeah.
We're like, dude, it wasn't even.
That's even more impressive that Cody still hit that.
Dude, Cody is the ultimate hunter. He hit 3 turkeys in one shot, dude. Because we were at the same place, and we shot same kind of situation. Turkeys are going off because the bank kind of dies down into a valley. Turkeys are going down. Cody just kind of shoots, like just kind of sends up a prayer. We're like, there's no way. So we walk down over the knoll, and we see one bird, and he gets it. And then we're with our buddy Boston, and we look down like, oh my gosh, there's another bird. So we get 2 of them, and he only took 1 shot. And so we're going down, and so like now we're down at the bottom of the valley, and we have 2 turkeys. And then we just hear like ruffling feathers, and we're like, it wasn't that bird, and it wasn't that bird. Sure enough, back up on the hill, 3rd turkey down.
That's insane.
And dude, I think we only had 2 tags, 1 tag. Either way, we accidentally
Either way,
shot.
it was one of them was not
third
supposed
party,
to be killed.
third party. And yeah, dude, just turkey hunting at my house is so much fun, especially just with the guys, because I mean, you're literally we just do the most untraditional way of hunting. Like usually, you either sit there right against a tree and you just wait, because with turkeys they have really good eyes, so you got to be patient. But we just stalk them all day long, and then just eventually just knock them down. We haven't done it in a minute, but it's been a pretty good time, man. I can't lie. So yeah, I mean, it's the holiday season. We're just wrapping things up here. The dorm is pretty much packed up for the most part. And
even clean a little bit on my side.
I know.
You guys can't see it, but it actually looks all
right. It does look pretty good.
Yeah. Just gotta throw away some crap.
Anything new with lacrosse besides your goalie being on academic probation?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Thank you.
Not yet.
No, we just picked up this. We picked up a new attackman from C of I. His name's Loy. I don't remember what his last name is, but he is freaking good. So we've been seeing him out there shooting.
Shout out Loy.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think we actually have a shot at championship this year. But yeah, we got it. And we have another deep hole that's coming. I think that's next year.
Nice.
But yeah, lacrosse wise, I think that's about it. Just had that guy transfer from C of I.
Yeah.
So
noticed a lot of D1 schools on the schedule.
Yeah. I don't know.
Excited about that.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
That's it.
I think we can compete. So
yeah,
that'll be fun to see if we actually can.
Nice. Yeah, good stuff. Yep. And then for me, just indoor track. Haven't ran in a meet yet. We've only had one, and most of the freshmen didn't go. I had the opportunity to go, but I just decided that I didn't think I was going to be in right where I wanted to be yet in terms of racing shape, and so I just wanted to hold back a little bit and just train through Christmas break, and then by the time I get back in January, I think I'll be ready to go. Shout out to my man Micah Chi. Me and him are very similar builds, kind of shorter, stockier guys, but both 800-meter runners, mid distance, and so we've been like just pushing each other during workouts, and we had a pretty tough one yesterday. 8 400s and 4 200s. At probably 85-90% maybe. So yeah, we were crushing it though. It felt great, and so it's just cool, just meeting these other people, because I had a lot of guys, or not a lot, but there's a few that I was able to work out with in high school. But I've just learned so much this year about even how to work out. Like last year was always a race, like who could try, but this year you're like training together. So like for example, we did 8 400s. So the first 2 Mike would lead, and then I did 2, so we'd alternate. And so it's just nice with that. You have guys like pacing, and they're coming in fresh, and you're not just trying to like race every time, because then you're not, at that point, you're not even like working out. You're just kind of
dying.
Yeah, exactly, and you're not really hitting your paces and your marks, and so. But yeah, I'm excited. We've been doing a lot of good training, and we're really starting to get into the thick of it again. So I'm excited about that. And I think that is going to wrap it up here for episode 11. We'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. Wish you guys happy holidays, happy new year. Make some resolutions.
Stick to them or something.
Stop being a bum, man. Get off the couch. Let's go.
Go with the gym.
Yeah, but if you go to the gym, listen to the Birds of a Feather podcast.
Real.
Brought to you by
There we go.
Northwest Physical Therapy. That's right. We did not forget you.
Never.
Dan Ibarra.
Love him.
And, the rest of the crew there. They do a great job. And we're just very thankful for their contributions. And, man, we're excited. We hope to get some new listeners here in the new year. Like we said, make some connections and see what we can do from here. So thank you guys for doing it. Happy holidays, and we'll catch you later.